Introduction. Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most interesting things in our solar system, the rings of Saturn. Saturn is a planet that is famous for its beautiful and colorful rings. Have you ever wondered what these rings are made of? Let's find out. What are Saturn's rings? Saturn's rings are a collection of icy rocks, dust, and debris that orbit around the planet. These rings are not solid, but made up of billions of tiny particles that range in size from a grain of sand to a mountain. What are the rings made of? The rings of Saturn are primarily made up of ice. The ice is not just frozen water, but also contains other elements like methane, ammonia, and carbon dioxide. The ice in the rings is so cold that it is considered to be as cold as space itself. In addition to ice, the rings also contain small amounts of rock and dust. These particles come from meteoroids and comets that have collided with the rings over time. The rings also contain organic molecules, which are molecules that are essential for life. How were the rings formed? Scientists believe that Saturn's rings were formed billions of years ago when a moon or a comet came too close to the planet and was pulled apart by its gravity. As the debris from the moon or comet orbited around the planet, it collided and stuck together, eventually forming the rings we see today. The rings of Saturn are constantly changing. Some particles fall onto the planet's surface, while others collide and create new particles. The particles also interact with each other, causing the rings to shift and change shape over time. Types of rings. Saturn's rings are divided into several different sections based on their distance from the planet. The main rings are named A, B, and C, with A being the outermost ring and C being the innermost. In addition to these main rings, there are also several smaller, more distant rings. The A and B rings are the most visible and brightest rings, while the C ring is thinner and more difficult to see. The outermost ring, known as the F ring, is the most unstable and constantly changing. Conclusion. In summary, the rings of Saturn are made up of billions of tiny particles of ice, rock, dust, and organic molecules.